If I asked you what you stood for, would you have a ready answer, or would you have to stop and think about it? Hi, I'm Mel, and this is my little corner of YouTube to share what I've learned about life, growth, and living this new creator's life even after decades of life. This is part two of a series called A Creator's Lens. Because the struggles we face here as creators often mimic the very struggles that we face in life. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to break free from endlessly searching for the perfect blueprints that actually end up keeping you stuck, so that you can find your unique voice and build your unshakable foundation. My hope is that something I share will spark recognition and remind you that you're not alone in this journey. In part one, I shared how my growing up in a cult left me completely unprepared for the real world. But what I didn't tell you was how I navigated the many years that followed. The years of desperate searching, chasing every shiny object, believing that if I just found the right hack, the right guru, maybe the right blueprint, everything would fall into place and click. And maybe then I would be able to just settle into this new life. And now, over the years, I was able to land some good jobs, start a few businesses, and make some good money. But either they were never my cup of tea, or I didn't devote myself to them because I was never satisfied, always wanting more, hoping that the right lifestyle was just this far away and that a monetary windfall would come my way and put me on easy street. And surely someone had the answers that I sought. And maybe you can relate to some of this unease. Whether you're struggling to grow your channel, find your voice as a creator, or just figure out what the heck you're supposed to do with the rest of your life, this episode will give you perspective. I may be the example, but this is all about you. So let's dive in. Now picture this. You're 25 years old and you literally don't know a single thing about how the world works. Well, that was me. I grew up as a passive observer. I was told I would never get married. I'd never have children. I would never need a real job because the world was ending any day now. Then, in a blink of an eye, I'm out. I'm out of the church and my safety net is gone. The certainty is gone. Everything I thought I knew about my future, gone. So, what do you do when your entire worldview collapses almost overnight? Well, you search. And I did, frantically. I dove into philosophy books, self help tapes. I was like a drowning man, grasping for life preservers in a storm. I was desperate to fill my life's sudden voids. Now, here's where this connects to possibly your YouTube journey, or why this matters if you're trying to find your voice in any walk of life. When you're lost, when you're uncertain, when you don't know what you stand for, you become the target of every guru, every system, every promise of quick fix results. You start chasing other people's definitions and methods of success before learning what really makes you tick. And that's dangerous. How many YouTube channels have you started and abandoned? How many foolproof strategies for making money have you tried? How many times have you thought, if I just followed this strategy perfectly, if I just followed the blueprint step by step, I'll finally make it? Well, I did that much longer than I care to admit. And for years, long before YouTube was even thought of, I wandered from opportunity to opportunity, teacher to teacher, system to system. Through all those misguided attempts, I continued to search for answers. What I was doing was copying others and chasing trends instead of developing my own personal perspective. I was moving from one platform to another without building my own foundation. Then I finally had to give it up. The only good thing that I took out of that was all the lessons that I learned that I can now share in my YouTube videos. And now, well, there's also a kind of crazy parallel. I find myself getting caught up occasionally in how to make a good thumbnail, how to make a good title, how to hack an algorithm, game the system. I could waste a lot of time doing that if I didn't catch myself. But frankly, my life experience has taught me this is all just a distraction. It doesn't serve my core message. No, I don't like it. So I gave that up too. At least the ones that don't support my mission right now. And in a minute, I'm going to share a very popular refrain that has echoed through my journey and I think will echo through yours as well. By the way, if you're finding value in this so far, I hope you'll like and subscribe. It will also help you find more of my videos in your feed. Thank you. So back to life's detours. How many times have you been led down life's primrose path to nowhere? It's pretty easy to chase one technique, one hack after another, not fully realizing that you're living someone else's script, not yours. It's not your voice, and you can't find your voice using someone else's megaphone. Can you still learn from others by seeking guidance from time to time? Well, of course you can. But you need to be able to filter everything through your own unique truth, through your own values, your own authentic voice. Because there's no one quite like you. Now you might be asking, well, how do I know my truth, my values, or my own voice? Those are good questions. The answer is found in what's been trying to get your attention all along. Through your frustrations, your failures, your conscience, and your unique life experiences. And I do mean all your experiences, good and bad, both in life and in YouTube. It takes listening, deep reflection, and awareness, but it's there. And by embracing them consistently, you will find yourself. And as a bonus, others will find you too. In life, if you constantly are changing your personality, your actions, your beliefs, no one will be able to trust you or hang around with you. Consistency is what makes you a trustworthy friend. And with YouTube, having a consistent voice by staying true to who you are allows the algorithms to find your perfect audience. What it boils down to is this, and this is your takeaway for this episode. Success and true fulfillment, both in YouTube and in life, must be an expression of who you truly are and what you stand for, or you'll be pushed and pulled in every direction. Now, here's the common truth that I promised earlier that underscores the point of this message. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for pretty much anything. I don't want you to go there. Then that brings me to where we're going next. Once my foundation was built, there were still more steps to take. And the very next one was this. What did I actually want out of the next phase of my life and my YouTube journey? In other words, I needed to know what my big why was and how do I find it? And that's where things got really interesting. In part 3, I'm going to share how I finally stopped ignoring these questions and started doing the deep work to discover my authentic purpose, the one that emerged from my own story, my own values, my own truth. And I'll show you how you can do the same. Are you ready to start building on your own foundation? Make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Reach out to me in the comments. What is your YouTube dream? Have you found your voice? Join me in part 3 so that you can answer the question that matters most. Why are you really here?